Okay, so everybody, back with another video. This is hundreds gather in Hyde Park to protest against wearing masks. And as you can see here, here's a whole bunch of people that are protesting against wearing masks, because there is no law saying that you have to wear a mask. You can look at the Constitution, look at the Bill of Rights. There is no law saying you have to wear a face mask, because it's illegal, first of all. And what the global elites are doing, they're pushing for it to be a mandatory face mask wearing, because this is no longer about Donald Trump or Joe Biden. This is about freedom versus tyranny now. That's where it came down to. So this is what it came down to, and it's a sad shame. Hundreds of people have gathered in Hyde Park in central London to protest against wearing masks. Yeah, so there's hundreds of people. They did gather in Hyde Park in central London to protest against wearing masks, because they are sick and tired of this tyranny BS, thinking that the mask is going to save you from the coronavirus, which it's not, because it's tiny droplets that can get through the mask. Crowds started congregating at about 1 p.m. on Sunday ahead of an expected march organized by the organization Keep Britain Free. Yeah, so this has the crowds have started congregating at about 1 p.m. on Sunday, and this is in London, ahead of an expected march organized by the organization Keep Britain Free. They initially hovered around Marble Arch in London to listen to speeches for around 2 hours. So yeah, there was been speeches that were for around 2 hours by different people, and so they initially hovered around Marble Arch in London to listen to speeches. People held placards reading, "I will not be masked, tested, tracked, no mask." Yeah, so the people held placards they're reading, "I will not be masked, tested, tracked, and no mask." Yeah, so people don't want these face masks. They're sick of the tyranny in London. All these Democrats, the global elites, they're just so evil that they're pushing and pushing and pushing for face masks to keep everybody silent and to kill themselves. And you know, these global elites are evil. You need to do your research on them. During the coronavirus pandemic, masks have been made compulsory on public transport in the UK. So now when you go on a bus or whatever, you got to wear a mask. But even with people that do have medical conditions are forced to wear a mask when they know they can't breathe in them. And it's a sad, and it should not be like that. It should be optional, but instead, no, you got to wear them whether you like it or not, whether you have a health problem, medical condition or not. And that's what these global elites are doing. Face coverings will also become mandatory in shops and supermarkets in England from July 24th. So yeah, starting July 24th, you'll be mandatory in shops and supermarkets of wearing a mask. Those who fail to wear a mask will face a fine up to £100. This will be reduced to £50 if people pay within 14 days. Since when do people need to pay money for not wearing a mask? No. Don't accept those kind of fines, because there is no such thing. There is no such thing as wearing a face mask as a law, because it's all BS, and we all know that. Keep Britain Free said they see the new rule as an impingement of their civil liberties. Yeah, well, the people in Britain, they're fighting for their rights to go against mask wearing because it's not legal, it's illegal, it's communism. That's what it is. And you can thank China for that one. One of the organizers, Lee Butler Smith, who was attending the protest, said they are not concerned about people who choose to wear a mask. So now you got one of the organizers. His name is Leah Butler Smith, who was attending the protest, said they are not concerned about people who choose to wear a mask. So they're not concerned about it. It is just the fact that people are being told they have no choice but wearing a mask, she told Sky News. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know Leah was a woman. I'm sorry. Alright, so she says that it is just the fact that people are being told they have no choice about wearing a face mask. So if you are going to a store or whatever, you're forced to wear a mask. And if I were you, I tell them no. I will not be wearing a mask because there is no law saying that you have to wear a face mask. Because the government started out saying there is absolutely no need for a mask, and many other important scientists have reportedly said the same, it did not make any sense why they suddenly said it was going to be mandated, she continued. Yeah, so the government started out saying there is absolutely no need for a mask. And many other important scientists have reportedly said the same. So there is absolutely no need for a mask. But yet you got these Karens that are working in the store saying, oh, you got to put a face mask on. No. You don't have to put a face mask on because they're the ignorant ones who has to wear face masks for 8 hours a day while they're at work. If the government really wants to protect the public and give them more confidence, then they should stop trying to use the coercion strategy or to make people scared. Yeah, because all this fake news that you're watching, don't believe it, because it's all fake. It's fear mongering. That's all it is. And for these people and for these governments to tell you to wear a face mask, tell them to go to the lake and swim. I would say something else, but I'll be nice about it. But there is no reason for you to be wearing a face mask. That because there's no law saying you have to wear a face mask. The government is lying to you. That's what they do. They lie to you. As whether she believes other governments around the world who are advising wearing face masks to prevent transmission, Ms. Butler Smith said, I would believe them if they did not keep changing their mind every 5 minutes. Yeah, so this is what the government does. They're changing their minds every 5 minutes. Oh, you got to do this. You got to do this. Nope, you can't go here. No, you can't go there. Oops, you got to stay in a house. Blah, blah, blah. This is what the government does. They change their minds every 5 freaking minutes. Wake up, people. She also said that she had no intention of wearing a mask and would not accept a fine because it would not be valid. Yeah, that's right. It's not valid. You don't have to wear a mask. This is what the governments are doing to you. They're putting fear in you, and you're allowing it. Don't accept a fine either. Rip it up and tell them, here, you could pay it. Let them pay it. Let the government pay it. Pay the fine. Give it to them. Say, here, you could pay it for me. There's no reason you should be wearing a face mask ever because there's no law saying that you have to wear a mask. Look up your Constitution rights, look up your civil rights, and look up HIPAA law, those of you with medical conditions. because they're violating your rights and everybody else's. Leave your comments below. I am out.